Hi, I'm David. Welcome to my latest YouTube video. Previous videos have included defeating depression, overcoming anxiety and suicide reality. This one though is going to be quite a funny one. Unless you have a cause you're prepared to die for, you don't have a right to live. That's my philosophy. Now the cause I'm prepared to die for is to do all I can to protect the lives, the rights, and the dignity of bananas, our kindred spirits. My greatest wish, I hope, I pray, I believe, that by the end of this video, you also would be prepared to die for this most noble of noble causes. Russell, a fellow Collingwood supporter friend of mine, he has a very dark, sordid past. Something he feels so ashamed of. What he used to do, you might have to take a deep breath when you're hearing this, okay? So please don't be upset. What Russell did in the course of his life, he systematically, sadistically, mercilessly murdered and ate in cold blood 1,346 bananas. Are you okay hearing that? And not only that, but he ate them in cold blood, skin and all. Then something happened last year, on October 7 give the exact date. And on that day, it was the defining point in Russell's life. Before that day, all he could see was darkness. But as a result of the events on this particular day, all Russell can see now is light. So I suppose you're wondering what happened on that day, October 7 last year. There was Russell walking down the street when all of a sudden a banana fell on his head. It was like a light bulb moment. As soon as that happened, Russell could see all the terrible things he had done, and he felt an incredible sense of guilt and shame. He didn't know what to do. Now luckily, or call it divine destiny, I was nearby when the banana fell on Russell's head. Now Russell approached me. He bowed down in front of me, then he knelt down at my feet. And he begged, he pleaded, he prayed for mercy and salvation. And while he was doing that, he was kissing my feet. After an hour, I asked Russell to rise. And he did. I placed my hands on both his shoulders. I looked him in the eye and I said, I forgive you. Bananas forgive you too. Now when I said those words, Russell had tears in his eyes. In fact, the tears slowly meandered their way down his cheeks. And he whispered to me, I am not worthy of your salvation. I'm not worthy of Banana's salvation for all I've done. I said to Russell, you must prove to Bananas, you are worthy. Now repeat after me. I solemnly swear, I will never eat bananas again. I will never eat bananas again. And I will do all I can. Whatever it takes, by fair means or foul, to stop other people from eating bananas again. That was the defining point in Russell's life. So please, bear in mind, if you even think of looking at a banana the wrong way, let alone eating one, Russell will hunt you down. You have been warned. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I wish I could be like Russell. I wish a banana would fall on my head and I also can see the light. And I also will join his cause of doing all I can to restore the rights, the dignity, and indeed the lives of bananas, our kindred spirits. Well, I've got some exciting news for you. What you do is this. At the end of this video, you'll see my contact details. Now what you do is send me your contact details, especially the name of the street where you live. Now by doing that, it is likely that a banana will fall on your head and you also will be able to see the light. I can just see the smile on your face. Yes, that will happen. Now I'm going to ask you a question you've probably been asked hundreds of times before. But I'm going to ask it again. The question is this. What would it be like to be eaten by a monkey? Just imagine, as your skin is pulled off, so is your dignity. Your head is pulled off. How would that feel? Then your body is torn apart, piece by piece. If that thought makes you sick, well, just imagine. This is what bananas go through every single day. Innocent bananas suffer in such a manner. Totally unacceptable. Now remember, it's not just the physical pain which bananas feel. It's also the psychological pain, the humiliation, the embarrassment, the trauma the bananas suffer in the last moments of their lives. It is so unfair. They do deserve better. I think, in fact I'm certain, that one of the most sickening, depraved elements of human history has been that there have been songs written which denigrate the character of bananas. These songs, you might have even heard them yourselves or even sung them, even worse. And what they do in these songs, they mock bananas. And these songs, what they do is ridicule bananas for what they wear at night. Pajamas. Just imagine now you're a tall man looking so handsome, even a little bit better than me, if possible, with a nice suit and tie, so suave. Or you might be a really good-looking lady with a beautiful dress. But just imagine though, there you are, looking good, feeling good, and yet people ridicule you for what you wear as only associating you with what you wear, pajamas. They don't worry about whether you've got a dress or a lovely suit on. All these people do is ridicule you and associate you with wearing pajamas. How cruel is that? Now, at the time of this production, it's just a week or so before the Melbourne Cup, and then the Oaks Day a couple of days later. Now, this is a time when beautiful women look even more stunning. So many women go out of their way to look so great, spending a lot of time, money and effort on their appearance, on their dresses. So what I'm going to do now to emphasise this, as a result, my camera lady, I'm going to call her Violet, although it's not her real name, because she knows I am somewhat of a fashion guru, and indeed I have done a lot of modelling in my time, and I still do it occasionally. So if you'd like to contact me at the end of this video and like me to do some modelling for you, I'm more than accommodating. I don't charge much. Now with Violet, she has come to me to wear the outfit she intends to wear on Oaks Day, to give me an idea as to what she'll wear, so I can give her some quite pleasant feedback. So I'm going to describe what Violet is wearing. Now at the top, Violet has a large navy blue hat with a white feather. It's quite striking. Below that, of course, she's wearing state-of-the-art sunglasses. Now I tell Violet that if it's going to rain on the day, and it could, she could do without the sunglasses. But on the other hand, knowing Melbourne's weather, it could be boiling hot, even 34 degrees, in which case she should wear those state-of-the-art sunglasses. Now on her left ear, Violet is wearing a green earring. And on her right ear, she's wearing a purple earring. Why those colours, you might say? Well, those colours represent Violet's identity. They are her two favourite colours. So by wearing those coloured earrings, Violet is saying, this is me. This is who I represent. And I say, well done, Violet. Around her neck, Violet has a beautiful pearl necklace and a gold scarf. Now, as for a dress, oh my God, I've never seen Violet look so beautiful. With this dress, because Violet is a passionate Collingwood supporter, her dress is all black and white stripes. It truly is sensational. On her left hand, Violet has a green glove. And on her right hand, Violet is wearing a purple glove. Now by doing that, what she's doing very cleverly, I might add, is she's keeping up that theme of green and purple. That really is emphasising that statement. Now looking a little bit further down her body, Violet is wearing simply sensational, sexy silk stockings, which, yes, do make a statement. However, they're not so loud as to detract from the rest of her appearance. She is so clever doing that. Now, it's a mistake I see so many women make. They have their stockings look so strong, they detract from the rest of her appearance. But not Violet, no. She's more clever than that. Now, on her feet, let's have a look at her feet. On her left foot, Violet is wearing a yellow stiletto shoe with a pink bow. And on her right foot, Violet is wearing a pink stiletto shoe with a yellow bow. Now by doing this, Violet truly is ahead of her time, because the current trend is, and this will continue for years and years to come, the days of wearing, excuse me, oh yeah, I'm getting so excited talking about Violet's shoes. The days of wearing the same coloured shoes on both feet are gone. They're history. From now on, people such as Violet will wear a different coloured shoe on each foot. Now, to complete her outfit, her stunning outfit, Violet is wearing a pink and white striped pad over her tailbone, which she broke in a skiing accident a few months ago. Now, with all this time and effort and money Violet and other such beautiful ladies have put into such outfits, Just imagine how cruel, how unacceptable it would be for Violet and such ladies to only be associated with wearing pyjamas. Unacceptable. Well, that's what bananas suffer every single day. How cruel. And that can't continue. Unacceptable, unacceptable, unacceptable. Now I'm going to talk to you about another Collingwood supporter friend of mine. Charlie is her name. She has a large farm, and on that farm she has a variety of animals. Everything from crocodiles to chickens, pigs to possums. Now, because Charlie went to university for 4 years, she thought she knew everything. Therefore, I was absolutely stunned, gobsmacked, like that. That Charlie didn't know that bananas do have feelings. When she said she didn't know that, I felt so angry at universities. I mean, what do they teach at universities these days? Do they just hand out diplomas for dissecting dog diarrhea? That's what it sounds like. When Charlie knew, when she understood how wrong she had been, how stupid she had been by not understanding that bananas have feelings, she saw the error of her ways. And she cried. She cried at my feet too. And she said, David, what have I done? I've handed out bananas to crocodiles and seen those crocodiles eat those bananas without even touching the sides of their mouth. I've seen chickens devouring innocent bananas and tearing them to death and eating them. What have I done? So I said to Charlie, you do what I tell you to do. And she has. So from now on, Charlie doesn't feed her animals bananas. And the result, her animals have never been healthier. And also, Charlie doesn't eat bananas herself. As a result, Charlie has never been healthier. I'm so proud I've made Charlie see the error of her ways. Now I've got another question for you. How well do you get on with your members of your family? Pretty good, not so bad, so you might say. Well, but remember this. Just imagine there you are being stuck together in a bunch in your family with no privacy, no personal space, no sense of freedom. In fact, you can't even go to the toilet without being watched. There you are, stuck together, whether you like it or not. That would be so fair, so unfair, so cruel. And to make matters worse, the only respite you have, if you call it that, is when one member of your family is pulled out and eaten right in front of you. Well, that's what happens to innocent bananas every day. Now remember this. So next time you whinge about a member of the family who you don't like and you're going to spend a couple of hours with them, think again. Realise just what bananas go through. And next time a member of the family calls you some cruel names, just call out to them and say, hey, listen you, if you don't like me, go away. Now that's something bananas can't do. Okay? That will make the person think again. Okay? Now at the moment, bananas are yellow and green. But thanks to climate change, this worldwide catastrophe, which started 8 years ago, according to the great goddess Swedish so-called expert, climate change will destroy the world within 5 years. And in that time, bananas will change colour from yellow and green to red and purple. You might be thinking, what can I do about it? Well, I'll tell you. Do what climate change activists, morons, same thing, what they do. Glue yourself to bridges. Glue yourself to roads. Glue yourself to everything but the kitchen sink. Well, while you're at it, you may as well glue yourself to the kitchen sink. That's what climate change activists, morons, do. But of course, you will have to act quickly. Because judging what these climate change activists say, the way sea levels are rising and temperature levels are rising, you'll be either drowned or burnt to death by the end of this video. Now prepare yourself for a shock. A massive shock. I'm going to prepare myself for it too by having another drink of water. I would say this is the most painful memory I ever have. I hope I get amnesia and forget about it. But I'll say it now, probably for the last time. A few months ago, I completed another marathon. My 12th marathon, but who's counting? And at the end of the marathon, as I suppose you can imagine, I was a little bit out of breath. I was just strolling along when this most horrible person, Charlotte was her name. I don't know whether she was a real medical person or just a charlatan. But what this horrible, horrible, disgusting creature did to me, you know what she did? She thrust a banana into my mouth. Now, before I had a chance to say, look, eating bananas is against my religion. It's against every principle I have. And not only that, I'm dedicating my life to stopping other people from eating bananas. And here you are thrusting this banana into my mouth, you bitch. But I didn't have a chance to say that. Didn't. But my body reacted. You know how my body reacted? I vomited on my running singlet. A few minutes later, I vomited on the floor in the medical tent. And on my way home, I vomited on a bus. And in the bus, on my way home. Just imagine. Oh, I don't know. But I have to stop this video, I think. I can't continue. It's just getting a bit too much. All these painful memories. All this pain I'm suffering. There's a beautiful expression, a beautiful quote, if you call it that says something like, if you truly love someone, you can feel their pain. Well, I must truly love bananas because I can feel their pain. The pain I'm suffering now. I'll have to stop this video, I'm sorry. Come on, David. Come on, David, you can do this. Come on, you can do this. Stop being so bloody selfish. This video isn't about me. It's about bananas, our kindred spirits. My pain is so trivial compared to theirs. Bananas are suffering at this very moment. I must continue with this video. I must. So I will. Now I've been talking to you humans, making you aware that bananas do have feelings. I've raised your awareness that bananas do suffer emotional, psychological, and physical pain. And I really trust and hope and pray you have been enlightened by my words of wisdom. However, there's only so much I and my fellow friends, my fellow Collingwood supporter friends who are now joined in my cause, Charlie and Russell. There's only so much we can do to promote this cause. And now is a time for us to speak to bananas themselves. Bananas, listen to us. Now is a time for you to stand up for yourselves. Bananas, have that belief that you can stand up for yourselves. Have that belief, my fellow bananas, that we together, we can and will make a difference. Bananas and humans, our kindred spirits, together we can make the world a better place. Come on, bananas, have that belief. Show that strength. You can. Together, there's nothing we can't do. Now, bananas, remember the words from the sacred Banana Bible. There was no past. There will be no future. All it is are bananas. Such is life. Cometh the hour, cometh the banana. Cometh the hour, cometh the banana. Amen. Amen. So, how much attention have you been paying to this video? I've got some questions for you. Question 1. How many bananas did Russell eat in his lifetime before he saw the light and received salvation from me? A, 1,246. B, 1,346. C, 1,446. The answer is 1,346. Question 2. What is the colour of the glove on Violet's left hand? A, yellow. B, green. C, blue. Or D, turquoise? The answer is green. Final question. What is the colour of the bow on Violet's right stiletto shoe? A, yellow. B, pink. C, green. Or D, blue? The answer is yellow. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. To do that, see my contact details in the bio below. Remember, bananas and humans, together forever. Thank you.